I wanted to point out that this section with the steel windows, or the iron windows, the metal windows, was an addition put on probably in 1917 or so. The building was started as a hotel. When Oliver built the building, he built a fine hotel, 101 rooms, fireplaces, ventilation in every room, which is why he had the courtyard, central halls with rooms on either side, main gathering rooms, dining room, a gentleman's lounge, a wonderful ladies' lounge. And I'll show you where that entrance was. The ladies had a separate entrance. This was 1859 when it opened. It started construction in 1853. Took 7 years. I said, well, okay, we'll take 7 years to renovate it. But this was an add-on, but it's significant to the building, and that stayed. So right now it's the kitchen for Maumee Bay Brewing Company and Rockwell Steakhouse. On the second floor and top floor we have apartments. So we made it into a mixed use. It was a hotel to start, residential, became residential, and as the Booty House, maybe some of you probably know the Booty House, which when Port Lawrence and Vistula combined, it was Toledo. Hi. Then in the early 1900s, 1915, 1917, it was bought, purchased by the Riddle Electric Company, which had been the Riddle Gas Fixture Company, and it changed. It was in the process of changing, from gas fixtures to electric. And they put a little foundry in here. They gutted a lot of the structure. The rooms, hotel rooms are all gone, and they made it a manufacturing facility. And they were here until the 1940s. And then it was purchased by Toledo Wheel and Rim. And they were here until the 60s when a novelty company purchased the building and used it for warehousing and a showroom of, maybe some of you remember, Successful Sales.
Yes.
That was here. Yes. And then it was in some disrepair, and the owner was trying to sell it, and we purchased it, and now it's multi-use. We have the residential, we have the restaurants, I guess we have a little theater. I'll talk more about that as we go along, because you're here to know the historical significance, not current so much. Any questions?
The electric company?
Toledo Wheel and Rim.
Oh, okay.
And it was manufacturing as well.
Okay. And when did you buy it?
1990. This way. What I want to show you on this side is that there were 5 storefronts along this side of the building when it was a hotel. And they were all blocked in, cement blocked in when we bought the building, and we found the windows intact.
Wow.
Now we've changed some of them as we've redone the building, keeping the same feel, but this section right here is all original. And the limestone fascia, and you can see up at the top where the soffit is. When you get to a protrusion or a change in the plane of it, there's a little acorn that comes down.
Oh, yeah.
And I see we need to paint that again. One of the interesting things on the second, third, and fourth levels is that the windows look fairly the same when you look at the building, but they really get smaller, progressively smaller. They're the tall ones, and then
Are the ceilings different heights in
Yes.
the different floors?
yes, they're all tall,
Right.
very ample, but they are progressively smaller. It's an illusion.
Because it's on the National Historic, every time you do something, do you have to submit?
The exterior.
Okay.
Okay, and of course the loading dock is a practical addition. We can move down the street. We're going to go into the entrance called Pettifor's, but before we do, I want to mention it.
We liked it when it was in Perrysburg.
Well, you would like it here too. I'd like to point out in the very middle, you see the change in the window? It's a 3-bay window all the way up. And this was the ladies' entrance. We recreated doors along here, trying to be historically accurate, with the transoms especially. But there was according to Word, we have no photographs, but according to a Word document, there was a beautiful staircase that went up, all the way up. And the ladies' entrance, or the ladies' lounge was this section of the first floor. So you would go up here, and straight ahead would have been the room, and to the right would have been the magnificent, from all accounts, piano, heavy draperies, etc. If you come to the restaurant, we left a section of wall with most of the building is exposed brick, but we did leave a section showing some of the plaster, which is thick like cement. And there were stencils on it we uncovered when we took a wall out. It's really a neat thing to renovate and find what you can find. I mean, you think it's all done, and then you find something like a window underneath cement blocks, and it's very rewarding. But maybe you have to like it to find it rewarding. So we will go in the black doors, which is now a patisserie. The little window there was, and the larger window just to the right of that we used as a beer cooler for a while. This is such an adaptable building. It's quite amazing how it just whatever you want to use, there it is. And I think standing in the door is our wonderful general manager, Neil Kovacic. So we'll go in here and kind of go straight, and we'll go into the courtyard.
How were you allowed to put neon on this building?
The city said
The
okay.
historic register didn't care?
No,
Really?
it's removable.
Oh, it's removable.